Bryan and Bobby. Ooh, Bryan and Bobby.
Oh, g'day, guys. Bobby and I are just out for a spot of daily exercise. Bob? Bobby?
Hold on, Constable Bryan. I think I saw a cat in here somewhere. Oh, hi, kia ora, guys. I'm sure there was a cat in here somewhere, but I suppose I scared it away because I'm so big and...
Come on, Bobby, come on.
Oh, wow. Wow. An ambulance. Cool. I'm sort of freaky.
Freaky as in scary, Bob. Why?
You know, people go in ambulances when they're pretty sick or hurt. So it must be pretty scary.
Bobby, I've got plenty of mates who are ambulance officers. How about if we pay them a little visit and find out a little bit more? Because it's really not that scary.
Oh, okay. And you can just stay right there, cat, all right? No funny business.
This is St. John's, Bobby.
St. John? So does he own all the ambulances then?
No, Bobby, St. John's is the name of the organisation that runs a lot of the ambulances in New Zealand. Oh, well, look, here goes one now.
Cool.
Come on, Bobby, I've organised with a mate to have a look inside. Come on.
Bryan and Bobby.
And this is one of St. John's ambulances. Bobby? Bob? Bobby?
Quick, Constable Bryan! I'll put the patient on the back and we'll get them to the hospital fast! I'll show you my driving skills! Now, where's the button for that siren? Oh, there one!
Back up the bus a little bit, Bobby. Being an ambulance officer isn't just about driving fast.
But isn't that what their job is?
Ambulance officers are specially trained to provide people with medical help, Bobby. See, here they are. They've come to this boy's house. He's had a bad asthma attack, so the first thing the ambulance officers are going to do is...
put him in the back and drive real fast.
No, they're going to treat him on the spot.
Oh, I didn't know asthma gave you spots. Oh, what's that thing?
It's a nebulizer mask. It gives you medicine that opens up your airways and helps you breathe.
It looks like it's got hot steam in it.
No, it's not hot at all.
Oh, it makes a funny hissing noise though.
Yep, that's how you know it's working. Actually, Bobby, there's one of those in here.
Well, I think that'll feel a little bit funny over my nose.
I've got to be honest, I don't think you'd get it over your nose, Bobby.
What? Charming.
Anyway, you know what I mean. If you did have to wear one of these masks, you might feel funny for a little bit, but they're actually there to make you feel better.
Oh, check out this stretcher bed with the wheels on it, Constable Bryan. I know what that's for.
What's that, Bob?
Well, you know how sunshine and fresh air is good for you.
Sure is.
Well, if it's a nice day, you can get towed along behind the ambulance. Feel the wind through your fur, Constable Bryan. How cool would that be? You'd need a special seatbelt, of course, though.
But, Bobby, usually ambulances transport people on the inside?
Usually.
Well, always. But having a stretcher bed with wheels just means it's easier to get the patient in and out of the ambulance. See, Nana here has had a fall. It's better to do it this way.
All right. You just have to lie there and not do anything. Clever.
There's a few other things in the back of the ambulance here as well, Bobby, like this pack. So if the ambulance officers have to give you help, they can bring the help straight to you, rather than taking you to the back of the ambulance.
And check out this high-tech thingamajig.
So you know what this is then, Bob?
Sure do, Constable Bryan. Off a machine that goes beep.
Normally it's used to keep your pulse, which is your heartbeat.
Oh, travelling in the back of the ambulance. I've just thought of another reason that could be slightly scary.
Why is that, Bobby?
Because you'll be all alone going off to hospital.
No, Bobby. You can always have your mum, your dad, or somebody who cares for you travel in the ambulance with you.
Really? Oh, phew. Well, that's a relief. So, what's it like exactly, riding along in this thing when it's going?
Well, a good way to think of it is like being at the doctor's, except you just happen to be moving. Now, this wee chap swallowed something that could have hurt him, but he's going to be okay. And look, there's his mum and also the ambulance officer who's giving him an examination.
Hey, she's dressed a little bit differently from a doctor.
Yep, that's the ambulance officer's uniform, Bobby, so everybody can tell who she is. Sometimes, Bobby, the ambulance officers wear high visibility jackets like this. It's safer for them on the road to be seen in something really bright.
It's brighter than your shiny head when the sun bounces off. And you can see that from miles away.
Gee, thanks, Bobby.
I'm just saying. Say, was that ambulance officer wearing gloves?
You mean like this, Bobby? They're worn for hygiene reasons, and ambulance officers always wear them when they treat somebody.
So, it doesn't mean you've got some nasty, disgusting disease.
No, Bobby, nothing to worry about at all there.
I know you said this was like being at the doctor's room, Constable Bryan, but it's a pretty small doctor's room.
Well, that's one of the things that you'll notice, Bobby, when you're in an ambulance. There's not a lot of room, which means you'll be fairly close together.
Going really well. Comfy there with Mum?
And the ambulance officer, you probably never met them before.
That's right, but the main thing to remember is that the ambulance officer is there to help you. And all the equipment in the ambulance, even though it looks a little bit strange, is here for just one reason, to make you feel better.
That brings up an interesting question, Constable Bryan.
What's that, Bobby?
Well, a friend of mine, her grandfather went away in an ambulance and he didn't end up exactly feeling better.
What happened?
Well, he ended up dying.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Bob, but that sometimes happens. But trust me, most of the time you go in an ambulance, you'll end up being fixed up and feeling a lot better.
Really?
Yep.
Oh. Well, what about those other people who went in the ambulance?
Well, you remember that little boy who had asthma?
Yeah.
Well, he's gone to hospital and he's all fixed up. See?
Hey, nice moves.
And Nana, who had the fall, she's being treated at the hospital and she's back home.
Go, Nan.
And the wee boy, they kept him in hospital for a bit longer to keep an eye on him. But then he'll be off home soon too.
Oh, well, that's really good to know, Constable Bryan. So, now let's get to the really important stuff about ambulances. Going fast and using the sirens. Woohoo!
Okay, let's check that out.
Bryan and Bobby.
Boom, 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 boom. Woohoo! How's my driving, Constable Bryan? How's that ambulance-y?
Well,
So, is it true that ambulances can go through red lights and really fast?
well, it depends on how serious the situation is, Bobby. If it's what they call a priority 1 emergency, then the ambulance officers can drive faster than most traffic on the road, and they can also go through red lights as well.
But the driver still has to take care, eh?
You bet, Bobby, and they also have to use their lights and sirens.
Well, I thought you'd never ask. This button?
Go on then.
Oh. Oh, well, Constable Bryan, I feel a lot better about ambulances now.
Excellent, Bobby. And you know what to do the next time you need an ambulance, don't you, Bob?
I sure do. You pick up the phone and call 111.
So, my furry friend, what have we learned about ambulances today then?
Ambulance officers are trained to help you and make you better. You might be treated before going in an ambulance, and then you can sit or lie on a special stretcher bed. And the strange equipment in the ambulance is all there to help you. And if it's a bit scary, you can always have a parent or caregiver in the ambulance with you. And don't forget, if you need an ambulance, call 111. Thanks for showing me the ambulance, Constable Bryan. Now I won't be scared if I ever have to go in one.
That's fine, Bobby, anytime. But to be honest with you, I don't think you'll ever need an ambulance.
What? Why? Because I'm super fit, and if I ever have accidents, they're only usually tiny ones that don't need medical treatment straight away.
No, because you're a dog.
Oh, well, that's true when you put it like that.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. See you next time. Think smart
Stay safe.
and keep your cool. Ka kite.
Hey, Constable Bryan. Hey, you know how pigs get to hospital, don't you?
How, Bobby?
In a ambulance. Get an ambulance. Oh, hey, what about birds, Constable Bryan? Do they go in an ambulance?
Birds? Only if they need special treatment, Bobby. Get it? Treatment.
Oh, think one. That joke needs treatment.
For more info about this program and for fun things to do, visit www.brianandbobby.co.nz. Just make sure it's Brian with a Y.
Bryan and Bobby, brought to you in association with Blue Light Ventures and Trillion Trust, with the help of New Zealand On Air.